Well, hello. This is going to be I don't know if it's going to be short or not, but it's probably going to be a little on the shorter side compared to normal. But, welcome to another episode of Colin's Customs Garage. Not really working on this thing today. Working on that little Ranger over there. There's a sound going around TikTok about a Ford Ranger. If you don't know what it is, go on TikTok and just look up Ford Ranger. There's some hilarious videos for it. But besides that, I am working on the shifter today. I got part of the way through and I realized, hey, this might make good content for YouTube. So what I decided to do was make my own version of a shifter knob. And I decided that I got a welder, got a helmet, I got some gloves, I got a grinder or a cutoff wheel, and then I got the grinder that makes up for what a welder I'm not, which it's right there. So I also got a wire brush. Being as safe as I can. Long sleeves, nice thick leather gloves, makeshift table here that I'm working on. Even got my helmet on a cell phone stand. So if I wanted to shoot the video while I was working on it, then I could do that, which may just happen this go around. I don't know yet. But what I did is I took the shifter itself and I cut this off. Being a pain in my butt, couldn't find really anything that would hook to this. So what I have decided is to go with something like this, which I'm worried about the weight now because this sucker's got some heft to it now. And it's a 3/4 inch extension. I think it's 8, 10 extension. I can't remember, inch extension. But as you can tell, it's pretty well welded. And that sucker's still hot. So probably want to wear gloves when I'm operating with it right now. But I'm going to take my my grinder over there to it. Clean these welds up. Got to get them all nice and like 45 all the way around. And get it cleaned up. And by that time, hopefully this thing will be cooled down enough that I can take this old 2-inch convertible that I've got. Yeah, I know. I'm a cheap redneck. I ain't got the money to really to throw it into my own builds. Now, somebody's paying me, that's another story. But my own builds, I like to mess around and make do with what I have, essentially. So, with that being said, I want to take this thing. I am going to probably knock the pin off, because guess what? I don't need it anymore. And I'm going to place it down on top of this piece. And I'm going to weld this onto the top of that 3/4 inch drive extension. And then my shifter will, in essence, be a little bit longer than the original one, but it tilts back a little bit more. So it won't be in my dash, and it'll be more into my seat, which I'm not really going to be riding anybody in the center of my seat, not even my girls, because they don't really like the truck. Even though my two oldest, that's going to be their truck when they start driving. They don't like me too much right now. Because I said that, because each one of them, one wants a Jeep, and one wants a Mini Cooper. And Mini Cooper ain't happening. I am not paying for a BMW. So, with that being said, I'll give y'all an update as soon as I can. But, yeah, I'm just horsing around today. Figured it'd make good content. So, yeah, update coming soon. All right, let's do some time lapse. Can't find my clear shield, so this is what I got. right, well, you just saw me do some work. I cut the end off. Don't need it. Can't see it. There's no point in having it. So now, that brings me down almost back to stock heights for what you call it. So now, I can put this son of a gun on here, and we call it a day on this. Then I go put it back in the truck, put them 3 little Allen key bolts that hold that cover on, put everything back together, and hope to God that this doesn't outweigh staying in gear. Shouldn't. I mean, I had a truck that had a hell of a lot heavier shifter than this one, but we'll see. I'm hoping everything works out like it's supposed to. Hoping we're good to go. I just don't know. So, I'm going to do some more work on this. Get this ball tightened down. Get it ready to rock and roll. And, it's on there. It ain't coming off. And it's through the... I went through the holes there on each side. And then I put a tack on the bottom side on each side. So, I think it's good. All right, welcome back. I got the ball welded in place. Now I got to clean up my welds a little bit. Get them knocked down to where they look really good. Get a shine back on this ball. And do the same thing with the welds down here. But as you can tell, flux core wire is not always the greatest. You get good penetration, but I'm also not the greatest welder in the world too. So that's where that thing will come in handy. And that's where that thing will come in handy. And it'll make my welds look a lot better than they are. They're solid. They ain't going no daggone where. But with that being said, it's still solid. So I ain't got to worry about shifting too hard and ripping this thing apart. Now, if it was a sports car or something like that, yeah, it would be a lot more fancy. I'd probably go buy an aluminum one, short throw it, be all nice and fancy, and be like, yeah, buddy, I got something you don't got. But it's not the case with this truck. It's a beater truck. It's just got to last. And it's a Ranger. I mean, they'll go for 300,000-400,000 miles as long as you take care of them. That one's got 140,000 miles on it. So, with that being said, I'm going to let this thing cool off. And then I'm going to get back to work on it. So, see you soon. Alright, welcome back. It's done. And I decided to get a little fancy with the shaft on this thing. No, sorry. But, if you can tell, I took the cutoff wheel and I decided to work it up and down on this thing, giving it a somewhat of a, I don't know, grinded look. I did do some measurements on, not measurements, but I took it over there and I put the boot on there, and the boot covers up the bottom welds. So, golden on that. I ain't got to worry too much about that. But when I did the little grinder, cool mess on it, make it look cool, it actually didn't take away the 3/4. As you can tell, it's still there. It still has a little patent number on it. All that kind of cool stuff. So, I'm going to let this thing cool down the rest of the way. And then I'm going to install it. I don't know if I can put my little phone holder somewhere in that cab to let me show y'all me installing it. Might just show you before and after, like show you me putting it in. Then I'll tighten it up. Then I'll show you another video. So, but with that being said, stay tuned. Alright. I kind of figured this out. We'll see if my camera actually wants to stay where it's at. But, little tip. When you pull the shifter out, don't leave it in gear when you pull the shifter out, because then it's a pain in the ass to get this thing set. Then you guys crank the car, see if it's in whatever gear that allows it to go forward, just letting off the clutch, so on and so forth. I've been fighting with that. So now I got that started. I got the 3 little Allen head bolts going in right now. And get these suckers really good and started. Then I can put the rest of it back together. And we will be good to go. Now, I don't remember what size this thing was. Oh crud, it's a freaking Star, it's not an Allen. Oh, I think it's this one. And I'll be damned, I got it right on the first try. It's always a good time when you do that. But tighten this sucker down. Make sure it goes through all the gears like it is supposed to. All right, tight, and tight. All right. There's first. Stays in first, second, third, fourth, fifth. And there's reverse. Stays in them. And as you can tell, it's still in reverse. And as you can tell from around us, we're moving. So there's first. And we're moving. So mission success. I won't know till I get going down the highway at between 50 to 70 miles an hour whether or not it's actually going to work like it's supposed to. But until that moment, I'm going to end the episode like this. So thank you for watching another episode of Collins Customs Garage. I know it's not my F100, but this is the custom aspect of this vehicle. Be that as it may, it's custom. I think it's pretty cool. I just wanted a shifter knob that wouldn't pop off in my hand. Now, it won't do that. So, thank y'all for watching. Hit that like, subscribe, follow button, comment below. I'll get to them eventually. I will get to them. So don't think that, oh, he's never going to get to them. I will. So, with that being said, thank y'all for watching. And y'all have a very wonderful day.